Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. I appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. I'm doing a little crab cleaning. Been doing quite a bit of shrimping, trying to fill up the freezer here lately. And one of the things we catch along with the shrimp are crabs. Now, that's a female, that's a female. And how you can tell what they are is by the apron. And you can see this is a male and this is a female by the apron, but the other part is the claws. The females are going to have your orange claws. So when you see the picture of Maryland blue crabs, they typically have an orange claw to accent it, and that's actually a female. But these aren't Maryland blue crabs. These are North Carolina blue crabs caught here off the Neuse River. And we're going to get started. We'll get one with 2 claws on it, because both of these only have one. But what I do is I go ahead. Now, the other thing on these, to be legal, they got to be 5 inches and from point to point on their back right there. So this is a legal crab here. And the first thing I'm going to do is pop the claws off, and they're done. Because we're going, you got the meat in here and in here, and after we steam them, we can crack that shell down and get the meat out of there after we steam them. Now, the next thing we're going to do is pop the back, and we're going to first start with the apron and pull, if I can get my finger under it, the reproductive organs, pull them off. And you might want to get another bucket to put everything in right there, make it clean up easier. But then we're going to pop the back, and this can be tricky because you almost got to pop one side right here at the back fin and then the other. If I can get it without sticking my fingers. And like I said, it can be tough sometimes, depending on the crab. And I don't want to get stuck either. Ooh. There we go. And this one, sometimes you got to pop one or the other, and this one all popped off at one time. But you're going to open him up, and these are the gills, and you want to make sure you get all the gills, and this is part of how he feeds his mouth. So pull all that off, put it in our bucket, put that in our bucket, and then we're going to clean the gills off. And we have what's left in the middle is mostly fat, and there's a little bit of some tissue, not much over the organs. A lot of that came off when we pulled the back off. But we also try to get some of those, I think they're mandibles or whatever they're called. But try to get as much of that gill out, because that'll affect the flavor. And then we're going to take these over to the sink, or take that guy over to the sink and rinse them out. Now, I've already done this one. As you can see, he's been rinsed out. But that's pretty much where we're going to leave them. And we're going to put them on ice. And what I typically do is break them in half like that, and we'll put them in a pot along with the claws, and we'll steam them up, or you could stew them. There's a couple of different ways you can get the crab, and you can just have a regular crab boil. Hey, it's heart's desire. For time, and I'm sorry I bumped the camera, but for time, I typically steam them, put some I don't use Old Bay, I use blackening season. I think Zeratians has been my go-to because that's what's in the cabinet. But you can put any type of season, do it real liberal, because the steam will work a lot of that seasoning off. So you want to make sure you're very liberal with it. But like I said, we're going to rinse this guy out and get to work on some of these other ones. And we'll catch you next time. We'll see if we can't do a video of steaming these here and tomorrow, maybe. We'll see that. Have a good one. I appreciate y'all tuning in.